Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So happy Friday. Been slacking a little bit on the videos for the last week or two, just because some personal and family stuff has been taking up, my time more than social media. So took a little break there. We're back. Obviously, since I was very busy taking care of business, um, I didn't really have time to hunt a whole lot, but did some shopping today for miscellaneous stuff, and did stumble upon at Giant Tiger, Canadian competitor to Walmart at a much smaller scale. Um, Basically, they have a lot of Maisto, and as a firm Maisto diecast aficionado, and to a certain point ambassador through these videos. Um, I was very happy that they got a fresh set of 5 packs that actually contained a whole bunch of castings I actually wanted. So there were a few versions of them, and out of the Fresh Metal series. So if you guys do see the Fresh Metal series, as opposed to what I've noticed from Adventure Force, there's more often times variances in the castings that are included in these multi-packs. So it's good to actually go through them, um, kind of like when you see 3 packs of Hot Wheels, example. If you have those in your area, there's often going to be differences. Like you're gonna pick one with one really nice casting you want, but two kind of fugly fantasy casts. And then you're going to pick up the next one, which has that same casting you want and one of the same fugly uh, fantasy casts, but lo and behold, a second casting you really want, which makes it a good buy. So, especially if you got some exclusive colorways in there to multi packs. So, in this case, no exclusive colors, but it's much more sensible to buy one of these Maisto 5 packs, simply due to the fact that they do tend to uh, have a selection of real license castings as opposed to the amount of fantasy castings that Maisto actually releases in the Fresh Metal line. So, um, without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. And yeah, we'll go ahead and crack open this 5 pack. So, we've got the 5 pack here. So, you can kind of briefly get a look at what's in the package. We're just going to open it right now. Definitely all the sounds of a Free It Friday. Alright, so here we have the tray. So what I thought we'd do, let's start off with, let's do a kind of like a run through of these castings in order of which they really piqued my interest, basically. So first one I actually already have on a single, which is this Mustang Boss 302. Definitely not the best wheels, but the casting itself is darn decent. Could use with a little bit of extra detailing, but overall, paint quality is good. Nice gloss, almost fluorescent yellow. So very bright. The wheels aren't that bad, honestly. It's just they're very, kind of resto mod looking, but kind of cheap looking too, in the sense that they're not very. There's no depth to these wheels for ease of chrome plating. But I mean, simple wheel swap on one of these and it would look great. Of course, elephant in the room. Yes, the windows are blacked out because there is no interior. But at the end of the day, I would rather have no interior with some nice front tampos. Fortunately, none in the rear, but we do have a separate wing in plastic. And nice cast detail, so very easy to detail out if you were so inclined. So this one will not be staying in the collection. It's going to go in the sell trade pile, gift pile, whatever. That, slowly but surely is growing, as I do not keep duplicates of castings. Sometimes different colorways, but I do not keep duplicate castings. So collection currently probably has 5 to 6,000 castings. There is not a single duplicate that is being kept in the collection. All the dupes that I find are either gifted, traded, or sold. So this is going to be one of these instances, but still a very nice casting. And here's your base. So 70 Boss Mustang. And yeah, it's a nice little 3-inch car. And I mean, these are still legitimately dollar cars, right? So, I mean, especially you customizers, don't be sleeping on these Maistos. They are great bases, especially if you like to do custom interiors. I mean, hey, you got your work cut out for you there. You got to start from scratch, including the windows. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Either way, so we got the Mustang here. Put this guy in the back here. Next is actually casting that I wasn't necessarily fiending over, but still seeing it in this pack, I definitely had to pick it up because this is going to be a great addition to maybe a future video on F-bodies. So Camaro and Firebird. I did do a Camaro video already, so I might actually do a Firebird / Trans Am video, since I do have a lot of versions from a lot of different brands, because I do personally prefer the Firebird as opposed to the Camaro. And here she is. So this would be a 82 to 89 Firebird, maybe Trans Am. I like the fact that these wheels, it does not really show on the camera, they look silver, but they're actually gold chrome. The multi-spokes. Definitely not the most adapted wheel to this specific casting, but you know, at least they're gold. And that complements this gold plastic base very well. Obviously makes it very hard to show you what's written on the base because it's not that legible. But there we go. So 82 Firebird, used under license, and look at that. You notice the D's and the B's in the Firebird used under? They are not embossed properly, which is kind of an interesting thing. So yeah, gold plastic base, which makes for the lower body trim in gold and gives kind of a little bit of a Smokey and the Bandit vibe mixed with, obviously, well, this is Knight Rider kit, early 80s Firebird, so I like it a lot. Hot Wheels has made this, and it was my favorite childhood car. It did have T-tops. This one's a slick top, a hard top. And Hot Wheels did re-release the Trans Am, Firebird Trans Am casting with T-tops with windows, as opposed to the older casting that is just open, so T-tops being removed. But yeah, it was black. It had the big fire chicken. Here we have a more subdued logo size, obviously. Same blacked out windows, nice glossy black paint, and you know, you got the front turn signal that is tampoed in, as well as that logo I just showed you. But that is pretty much it for details if we're talking about tampo work. But the casting details, as you can see, are pretty solid. Got that tiny little wing, and yeah, you do have an indentation for the door handles. Overall, nice casting. Again, great wheel swap candidate. So put that one next to the Mustang. Then got a couple trucks. So this is a cool one simply due to the fact that I do not have a regular version, I believe, of this truck. The only representatives of this generation F-150 would be 2 Hot Wheels monster trucks and a Greenlight Green Machine, part of the first response, so fire department type truck. So now we have a regular civilian version. Pros and cons to this casting, which is why it's not rated higher than the next one we're going to be looking at. But here it is. So it's this 70s Ford F-150. I believe it's an F-150. Let's check the base right away. 77 F-150 pickup. So yeah. So this one, we'll start with the negatives. So ignoring the wheels as well as the blacked out windows, this does have a plastic box and it makes it extremely light. But the casting itself, metal and plastic parts, by the way, very well done. Look at the little details there. You see the Ford script above the grille, which is chromed out. And you know, chrome is always good to use for front fascias on older American cars, since they did have a lot of chrome grille bumper. You know, does good with the lights. I usually put a dab of silver Sharpie on the lights just to differentiate them a little bit. Sometimes when the grille permits, which in this case is not really necessary because I just noticed there's already a little bit of blacked out detail in the middle. I would Sharpie that in as well. But yeah, I might do the lights. As for the rest, I won't touch anything. On the side, door handles could use a little bit of chrome. Cool kind of like cream over orange, like kind of a harder orange color. It's not too off if we're talking about the shade of color versus the box. It's just the finish, where the paint is very glossy on the on these Maistos, as you can see here, playing with the light. But the box itself, well, obviously it's plastic, so it's not very reflective of light. If we go to the back, you'll see that the rear lights are done. The tailgate's done as well, with that nice old school Ford script. So very good. Also, since this is a plastic box, much easier to put fine details in there and having them come out as very true. Thinking amongst other things of these wheel wells that are not exaggeratedly large, like is imposed on example a Hot Wheels pickup with the wheels that are much wider than these Maistos. Nice chrome bumper, and you saw the base is black, so these are chrome inserts, so additional parts, which is not bad. You know, the wheels aren't the best, but they're far from being the worst. Again, there was a prior version of these wheels where they were introverted as opposed to extruding faces. Again, you know, they were dummied up a little bit to cut on costs. So if you have these Maisto wheels on example, I have them on a Baja Bug, and they look really good. Some of the best looking Maisto mainline wheels that have ever been released, in my humble opinion. And yeah, overall a really nice casting for $1 with the appropriate amount of details. I mean, there's 4 tampo slides on this, you know, even if the side passes are really just the two-tone for the paint. You know, not a whole lot of details missing to make this basically pretty complete if we're talking about detailing, you know. So yeah, I definitely like it. It looks good. We'll put this one here and make sure it doesn't roll away. And we'll go with casting number 4, which is an old favorite of any truck aficionados. We are talking about a good old square body Blazer. This is 79 to be exact. So again, got that same kind of feel for the Ford, but this one is all metal if we're talking about the body, as opposed to having a plastic cap on here. I mean, it's definitely not the first Blazer to go into the collection. Far from being the only square body. I have a nice amount of those. I'm gonna probably be due for a revisiting, actually, square body showcase. So let me know in the comments if you'd find that interesting, seeing what I have amassed if we're talking about square bodies of all shapes and sizes. So yeah, same wheels as on the Ford. You do see the nice details on the back here with the offset Chevrolet script. A little touch of black. Is it black? No, it's actually a silver, dark silver for the tailgate handle. Yeah, rear lights. Got the nice gloss red, bright red paint with the white two-tone. So almost given like Starsky and Hutch kind of color scheme. Almost. You will notice that they did do the turn signals again. No tampos on the front except for the Chevy logo. But again, chrome face works pretty well. This one does have a chrome base, and I love the base on this thing. Look at the detail on that 4x4 transaxle. I mean, the diffs are really well done. You got the drive shafts, obviously at an angle because this is lifted. Transfer case in the middle. You know, obviously no engine details since the engine is pretty much tucked up underneath or above, should I say, the axle and all the rest of the drivetrain components. But you know, the exhaust is well done. You can see the two exits. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, sorry for this. It makes it easier to read the what's on the base. But yeah, these chrome bases are definitely challenging when you're doing a video shot at night. So again, very cool for $1, I'll tell you that. And they do have a premium version of this Blazer. Be on the lookout for that. And we're gonna finish off with the casting that I absolutely wanted out of this, and it'll be the opportunity at the same time to do comparison with this $1 mainline versus a similar vehicle that's part of the Maisto premium line, which will run you back $4 to $5 Canadian in my area. I guess you guys in the US must pay about $3 to $3.50 or something like that. It also is the opportunity to see a new wheel produced by Maisto, and I am quite agreeably surprised. So here she is, this lead sled of a Chevy, classic 50s Bel Air, I believe 54? Yeah, 54 Bel Air. Chrome base, as the horrible lighting produced by looking at it would indicate. Chrome grille. You've got some light details right here. All the rest is pretty much shaved. French lights. Chopped top. You've got the bright work that's done in silver. And you do have the little Chevrolet script right here, which is great. No side pipes on this one. It is a rear exit exhaust. And look at those really nice wheels, guys. Oh, they're plastic, and you know, you got the chrome lip on there, but look at those smoothie rims right there. Very nice. Obviously, the hideaway fenders for the rear wheels, and you do have chrome bumper piece from the base, and those rear lights are done simplistically, but they're still done. Dual exhaust. Again, blacked out windows, no interior, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Looks great, and it is going to look even greater if we compare it to a premium version of a similar vintage car. How about we check out the 1950 Mercury convertible? This one is part of the premium line, so the difference you will see slightly more details on the front. You can see that there's little turn indicators in addition to those same front light tampos. This is a plastic base. So not, you know, this isn't a 10 to 15 year old Maisto premium. It's a newer one from maybe 6-7 years ago. We've got some staggered wheels, rubber tires, white walls with the steelies, which look very good. So you've got some interior details on this one, obviously, because it's a convertible. A nice custom steering wheel, floor shifter, and I don't know what these little two chrome things are here. Honestly, I have no clue. Got some pleated seats. Apologies for the dust. Had this since it was released, and it has been loose since release because this was acquired when I was ripping everything out of the packaging. So and here's your rear end. So instead of having the lights where they should be, they are custom integrated into the bumper. So this is all smoothed out, and it's part of, as you can see, the All Stars Premium Maisto series from, I believe this is circa maybe 2017, something around there. 2017. Maisto, at least since they've been doing the plastic bases on their premiums, do not put license dates on their models. And this, I believe, yeah, indeed, it's going to be pretty impossible to see, but maybe I can get the light just right. But this is actually screwed together as opposed to being riveted together. Just like this one is. This is riveted. So, kind of cool. They have the same stance. They have the same exact shade of blue. And yeah, we're just looking at yeah, brand new castings from, well, or at least not castings, but at least a nice little lineup of cars. So a lot of classic American cars here. Well, I mean, is this classic? I mean, to me, it pretty much is at this point, since the release of this specific generation is over 40 years ago. So, I mean, qualifies as an antique. So, I mean, I'm going to call it a classic. We're going to finish off, speaking of that F-body, with a surprise little unboxing of a piece that I've had in the collection for quite some time. Decided to release it because it was re-released anyways. Honestly, I don't see why I'd keep it carded at that point. Sorry about that. And yeah, it's this Maisto Design. So these newer Maisto premiums, just they were renamed after they finished like the All-Stars and the Players and all these other lines of premiums. They rebranded to Maisto Design. Several series of this. This one is out of the Muscle series, which I believe fits well with the theme, and it's going to be the Buick Grand National. So this is the exact same casting that was released in fresh metal, actually slightly after this one came out, I believe. I may be wrong, it may be the other way around, but basically one of the best castings in the Maisto fresh metal lineup. Of course, it's got those same multi-spoke wheels as the Firebird that we checked out just before. And I have that one carded, so I thought, I've had this so long now, why don't we open it up? So it's matte black as opposed to being gloss black. And of course, it's got the custom 5 spokes with the tire lettering. So we're going to open her up and check out the details. And I think it's going to look absolutely fabulous next to that F-body. So here it is in the clamshell. Got the production number on that clamshell there, and already looking great. Let's get it out of this clamshell. Yeah. Wow, that was tightly packaged. Jesus. That was really tightly packaged. Alright, so we got her in hand. I'm going to try not to put too many fingerprints because a matte black paint will pick up the sebum from your fingers very easily. But here she is. Buick Grand National. Let's start with the side. So look at those wheels. Those look great. You know, actually peek the discs behind those 5 spokes in black. Black on black on black. This thing is absolutely murdered out, and that tire lettering just makes it pop. I want to see exactly what we're playing with these wheels here. Come on, focus. There we go. All right. Yeah, so they look great. Treaded tires, same width, all 4 corners, which was the case for the Grand National stock, so that's fine. And it is rolling on Falcon tires. Unusual choice, but still cool. So you got the Grand National logo on the front fender. You do get mirrors on this one, which the regular casting does not get. It's a great touch. Here's your rear with the Muscle license plate. And not bad at all. To say it could be a little bit of silver on that exhaust, that'd be great. Dual exhaust. And here's your front end. I would like the turn signals to be completed. They are not. But if you look at it dead center, dead front, it's great. You got that little Buick offset logo. Kind of reminiscent to the Chevy on the tailgate of this one. And yeah, you got the turn signals, you got the headlights. This one, of course, being a premium, does have an interior. You can't see it extremely well because it's a black interior, but it's there, and it's very decent. Better than a Hot Wheels mainline interior, I'll tell you that, and for most part, better than even a Hot Wheels premium interior. Much more effort put into this to make it realistic if we're talking about the interior. Sucks that you can't see there because of the window glare. It's my backlight basically that is causing that, but even just looking at the dash from the top, I mean, it's better detailed than a Hot Wheels. And the steering wheel actually does have air passing through it, which is not the case on many a Hot Wheels premium. So there you go. So hopefully you enjoyed this little showcase here. So again, guys, don't sleep on them Maistos. They're definitely good bang for the buck. Definitely good to add to the collection because they do have some models that are just you know, kind of different. And on that, I will wish you a great weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like, subscribe for future uploads, and of course, comment your feedback. And yeah, stay safe out there. Happy hunting. All the best of luck on the pegs, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.